And there'll be a little balcony here and you can come out and see the lake. Give a shout out how big this window is, huh? Trying to decide where to put the AC is always fun. It's a little different here with the air conditioning. We're not gonna have like a central AC for the entire house. We don't get like 110 degrees for like 3 months here. Or maybe I wish. Will be the master, of which we'll be able to just open the sliding door. It'll be like that tub. That jacuzzi will be right here. Yeah, you can see the lake now. Beautiful day. So that is my shop inside there. This is our main house that we were just inside. It's the front yard. We will have neighbors, but they're great. They're 2 families with kids. Typically this is a politics free type of a channel and it will always be that way, but however I've been getting some DMs asking me, aren't I afraid to be so close to the Russian border, which is only 180 miles that way, and that's where the Russian Federation starts. And actually I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. Would I have moved back 2 years ago, by the way, this is before any peace talks, would I have moved back here to build out a house, bring my family here, if I thought there's a legitimate risk and threat of an invasion? We do have a problem with water. As you can see, it's freezing. We're about to connect the water to the house so that we can start running the heated floors, which needs water, to then dry out this house, to then insulate this house. So it's all kind of like a process. However, here's a big problem with the water. My property has the water connection outside here by the fence, and it's entirely frozen, as you can see. So that's a big problem. We cannot connect because if they connect in a puddle, it will freeze. And I called and they said, it's your problem, buddy, not ours. Welcome to Europe. Sometimes that is the case. They don't give a... So I have to figure out how to drain it all down into that ditch that's down there. I have officially used up every single extension cord to run something like 190 feet of electrical cords. Good thing it's cold outside, so we don't run the risk of overheating the wires being them so long. Pipe is frozen. I don't know what to do now. So we have a problem. I really have to get this done. The pump is frozen. Water needs to get out, come out of there before that whole thing freezes into a solid. Then we won't have any water. We won't have water, we won't have heat, and I won't be able to dry this house and continue the construction. See the ice in there? So let's see if we can make a coffee maker our savior of the day. Welcome to my shop. This is it. It's a 2-story dungeons. Here's an office area. Here's a storage on the 3rd floor. This is my table saw set up here. There's a bunch of tools there behind the corner. That is a kitchen. Pretty nice. I like it here. Skylight was an awesome addition as well. Glad I did that. I could always pour 40 proof Latvian balsams, but it's better used. Oh my god, it's so cold here that the cork. 1752 is when they invented this. It's kind of like Jägermeister. This thing has 1,000 herbs in there. Herbs, not herbs. Well, I guess that's my cork now. My grandma used to drink a shot every night before bed. She lived to 80 something. Recently, Addis and I, we started doing a shot daily also, and I'd say don't mind that we do. Got this giant cast iron. I'm gonna pour hot water there, add some cold water, and then just gonna gently soak it in there. Like Bruce Lee said, be water. flow like water. Be water, my friend. All kinds of fun things we have been finding around this property since it is 100 years old. For one, this Soviet era little truck with a baby kid's toy. You know, my son doesn't quite appreciate this yet. He will likely just lose it somewhere or break it, but I will give it to him. He'll probably like toss it, and then 100 years from now somebody else is gonna find it, because while the coffee's making. Obviously we found this old desk here as well when we bought this property. There's a little gym here for me. You lay down. Again, I don't do that anymore. My friends, here goes nothing. Probably. That's warm. Come on. Oh my god, it doesn't fit. Hey! Success! It's empty. You know, these shots are exhausting. You just have to walk down, walk back. That's how YouTube works. And maybe it's a good time for you to put that like button as a token of appreciation. Thank you. We got it, Toyota. Nice one, nice one. Well, we are so in business, so let me show you what I did. So you see that long pipe? So we got the water now coming into that one. Look at that. Oh, that's about as good as I think we'll get. We got about 3 feet in, and you can see that. Amazing. And the lake is all lit up by these little lanterns. I really love this alley of 100-year-old trees along this side here. Well, it's a good day. So Latvia celebrates November 18 as the Proclamation Day, where we basically acknowledge our independence, and everybody obviously puts up their flags, and this property had their flag from way back. As you know, this property is about 100 years old. It's all ripped and torn to pieces, and it's seen so much. Definitely cannot throw this out, so we gotta preserve it. I'm gonna take it to get repaired. I'm gonna put it up indoors, probably somewhere here. I do have a new flag that I had bought, and I'm gonna put it up today. There she is. Nothing like a Latvian flag. Made in China, baby! Woo-wee! It's okay, no hate, nothing but love here. Actually, fun fact, Latvian flag is one of the oldest flags on planet Earth, okay? This thing weighs a bit, but this is the old flag holder, I guess. Put on a thick coat, and normally I would put a primer on it, but for YouTube purposes, what the hell. It's all about not being perfect. There's one thing as a parent, you know, you never toss out boxes like that. Your kids will annihilate you for that. Always save it, and you turn it into some kind of a house for them. Woo. Beautiful but cold. We are the champs. Put it up. Latvian flag? Why the colors like that? Blood, yeah.
want to go home with us?
Now that is a fire. That is also a fire that I could probably get like a $750 fine, because we are in Europe, and one of the quirks of Europe is you cannot have fires, even on your own land, even if it has acreage, without permission. Matter of fact, you're not allowed to burn brush or anything, let alone like remainder of your 2x4s. You're not allowed. Isn't that fun? And I've had neighbors snitch on me twice. Not the good ones, somebody from the other side. And but the cops were forgiving. But I'm rebelling. I'm still doing it. This is crazy. Ooh, it's hot. Oh, almost burned my nose. Shed's coming along all right. That's a big building, huh? We built out this summer basically just kind of like, fill in the free time. It's total about 3,000 square feet, top to like 1,500 on the bottom and 1,500 on top. Initially it was going to be like a little farmhouse slash garage and kind of studio upstairs, something. And then it just came to be a little kids play studio upstairs, garage and storage on the bottom. That's what's gonna be. And that's my shop there, my workshop right there. Yeah, and the main house is right there. Total we have built and restored 6,000 square feet in about a year and a half. I do not recommend. I am burnt out, I am cashed out, everything, and hopefully we can move in about 8 months, 9 months. Well, the initial idea was to winterize this Quasimodo. I gotta still paint some boards inside, so I cannot quite put it in. But we have a snowstorm coming tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll just park it right next to the door, hoping that I can just shovel the last 2 feet and just back in at whatever time I need to. Let's talk about this car. This is a 1972. It is a Soviet era vehicle that people in communistic Russia had to actually wait for 2 years in line just to get their hands on this. And it is in pristine condition, completely spared. It even has its original manual. It's like a full book, and it has a first aid kit that's still, all the things are inside. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, just what a joy to ride this thing. It's like smooth as a Cadillac. Yeah, I gotta slam the door pretty hard though. It's quite a large space here. I'm gonna make some room for it. This is quite a garage here. Gotta just make it all work. Lake is almost frozen, so tomorrow we have a snowstorm. So this opens up, and there'll be a little balcony here, and you can come out and see the lake, see the main house. I believe. Oh, close it up. better part of the entire summer to build this entire thing. Some of these beams are reclaimed. These were a part of the old structure. Obviously saved those, 100-year-old lumber. You can tell the difference between new lumber and old lumber. So much character by just giving it time. Yep. Here's some that Addis is not going to be happy about. I just got a stray cat come. It's a little, like a young little baby cat. Oh, I had bought a big carp fish for myself a couple of days ago, and I never got to it. So, a big carp. I mean. We go somewhere else with it. Now, I think that we have bigger problems than Ukrainian war. I think that we have an enormously complex situation across the world. You know, you have to look at the big players: China, Russia, Saudis, America, Europe as a whole, which is, I think, out of the strongest, the weakest link so far. And you have one side playing by one set of rules and the other one's playing by the other set of rules. It's difficult to say, but however, I would focus on certain couple of things. Having your place, you know, if you can, save up, buy yourself a small even cottage. You know, like over here we have cottages which will have a house on it for as low as 30,000 if you can. If you can't, okay, you're a renter, a little bit more challenging, but if you can, get yourself a place, get yourself a source of water, possibly solar panels for energy. Energy is going to be the most important factor going into the next decade or two. AI will consume most of it. AI consumes so much power, that means electricity is going to go through the roof because tech companies are going to just suck it up dry.